Hello everybody, I am the Chubby Gourmet, and welcome to another episode that's a special one. Today we are paying homage to the country of Bolivia, the beautiful country of Bolivia. And how are we doing that? We're preparing their national dish, Pique Macho.
Yes, that's right. We're doing a Bolivian dish that is originated from Cochabamba, which is in the valleys. And do you know why it's called Pique Macho?
The macho, I think I know.
Well, referring to that word, it's because it's a spice. It's got some spiciness, which it gives it a little bit of a kick, and you have to be macho to tolerate how spicy it is. And we also add the spicy sauce to it, which is called llajwa, and you know that you really have to tolerate that.
So we'll be making pique macho. We'll be making some llajwa. That'll be the first thing we're doing, is making the llajwa sauce. And then there's a drink to go along with this.
Yep.
Chuflay.
We are going to make chuflay. Do you know where the name originates?
Un poco la historia del chuflay dice que a principios del siglo XX, después de la guerra con Chile, firmamos el Tratado de Paz y los chilenos construyen un ferrocarril que pagamos nosotros, pero para eso contratan inglés. Los ingleses, ingenieros, conocen el Singani. Como era un cortito, le pusieron short fly. Entonces ese short fly con los años, y los bolivianos que como pasa en todo lado, short fly, chuflay, se volvió chuflay.
So we look forward to having a go at making our chuflay as well with Singani.
Singani is a brandy, a Bolivian brandy, I believe.
Yeah.
So we are quite Bolivian here today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make a llajwa, which is the spicy sauce that goes on top of, well, the beef, right? The meat and beef. So what are we making that from? Well, we're using tomatoes, some red onion, a serrano pepper, because we can't get locoto.
That is
Here in
correct.
Panama, we can't get locoto, which is the Bolivian hot pepper, but this is a close second, I think. Several cloves of garlic, some leaves of basil, actually, some culantro, and about a tablespoon of olive oil.
And there's different ways to do a llajwa as well. Like there's some people that do it with like soy sauce, that they're really finely chopped hot pepper, and then they add soy sauce to it. So there are different versions of it. So I'm excited about doing this version of it.
Hope you're not disappointed.
Oh, I'm excited.
If you wanted soy sauce, by the way.
Oh.
It's here if you need it.
Okay.
I'm always prepared.
Okay.
So.
So I do the chopping?
Yes, please.
Okay. Because it all goes in the mixture anyway.
I can smell it.
Smells really good. Was it spicy enough for you?
Oh yeah, it's not too. That's actually that was more of a jalapeno, I think, than a serrano.
It has a kick.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not as a macho as I would think.
What we've got here is some beautiful ribeye steak, and what we're going to be doing, I'm going to cut this into cubes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be putting copious amounts of baking soda and let them sit for about 15 minutes. Why am I doing that? It tenderizes the beef. Little known fact, that's the secret trick that Chinese restaurants use to make their meats tender.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's very good. Did you know that we also adding the beer at some point?
Well, that's good to know.
How long do you leave it like that?
15 minutes. I'm going to wash off the baking soda, of course. And while it's sitting, we can prepare our marinade. Okay, so we got a tablespoon of white vinegar. This is the marinade, in case I haven't said that yet. And I want 3 tablespoons of soy sauce.
There it is.
This is key.
Because it'll give it a little bit of flavor and color.
And this is our salt. We won't need to add any extra salt. And I want a tablespoon of veggie oil.
That's so that the beef can crisp up.
Well, no, it's just an emulsifier.
Oh, okay.
But close. If I can open it. Hey, I got it.
Can I try? I have been going to the gym.
Obviously.
See? It's all those push-ups I've been doing.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Mince my garlic. A tisp of cumin. Pasta.
It smells really good.
That is our marinade.
What else do you want to add to it?
To this, the marinade?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna add anything else, but if you like something added.
No, that looks good to me. I'm ready to add the beer.
Oh. Okay, we've got our sliced potatoes in some cold water, which we're about to make even colder by adding a whole bunch of ice.
Because you say that makes them crispier.
And I'm adding a spritz, maybe a teaspoon of white vinegar to this.
And what does the white vinegar do?
This combination of cold with the white vinegar is going to enable us to crisp outside and fluff inside.
Wow.
If all goes according to plan.
It's a good thing. You always learn something new.
So let's let that sit for 30 minutes. But all is not lost. I think I'm going to rinse out the ribeye steak, rinse all that baking soda off, and then I will put it back in that bowl with the marinade.
Yeah.
Can you smell it?
Smells really good.
And we haven't even cooked anything yet.
And I'm already very hungry.
It's okay, we can go to McDonald's after. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've drained this, the vinegar's gone.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm going to boil these.
And what will boiling do to them?
Soften them up.
Okay. And how long, estimately?
Estimately, let's say 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes actually. You don't really need a lot of time.
Okay.
Muchas gracias. You think I can do it?
Yeah. Okay. And should we already have the eggs chopped?
Peeled.
Peeled and chopped?
And cut in half, right?
Yeah, cut in half, yeah. Okay. And then we cut it in half. Stop eating the ingredients.
Oh, look who's talking.
Okay. And now, cutting the sausages.
Ouch.
What?
Split or whatever we want to use. We do the salchichas and
With the meat.
Well, salchichas first.
And then the meat.
Brown them good, and then the meat. Bump, 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 bump.
They look
Oh,
crispy enough.
I hear them being crispy,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
I should have one.
A small one. I like to add oil to a hot pan.
Okay. Because that helps it cook faster.
No, it's just, then I know the oil is heated right away, so I won't be tempted to throw food in prematurely, and then it'll sit there soaking up oil, cold oil, right?
Gotcha. Okay. This is
See, I'm teaching you all these cooking tips.
Uh-oh.
Man overboard?
Yeah, man overboard. And now we pour the beef into it.
Not all at once.
I can start doing like this. Yeah,
Sure enough.
more.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
All right, wait.
Yes, you tell me. Smells really good.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, now we've got some of our salchicha sausage.
I'll pour it in.
Okay, thank you. Before a disaster happens.
And that's not to say that a disaster cannot happen with me doing it.
But it'd be more funny if you did it.
That's true. We also have to add a little bit of a beer.
A little bit? What's a little bit?
But you know what? I'll take a sip first.
Please.
Is that okay?
Yes. Make sure it's good. Oh.
It's very good. So here, can you pour it for me?
Dime cuando tú vendrás.
Dale. Así.
Más.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For now.
You want me to put a lid on
Should
it?
we put a little bit more?
I would.
Okay. Más?
Nah, yeah, chica. So which drink are we preparing from Bolivia to go with our meal?
So now we're gonna prepare chuflay, and it is made with singani, which is a Bolivian
Brandy?
brandy. Thank you. And so I have my cheat sheet here.
Your
so
cheat? Oh, cheat sheet. I thought you said
Cheat
cheat sheet. I thought you were
So-
getting naughty.
So it says 50 ml of singani. We need to get lime juice. Well, no, I'll use it here, okay? Okay. Then we have to add a little bit of sparkling water. And then we add a little bit of syrup. It says syrup, but we're gonna do Andrea's version, which is honey.
Even better.
Even better. We'll probably be doing this in a shaker, you know?
I don't have one.
We had a shaker.
If the traveling shaker was here, we'd be all set.
Yeah,
But he's not.
it's okay. And now, to decorate it, we just put a little bit of this lime on it. Cheers!
Clink. Oops,
Salud.
there's no clink. There we go.
Salud.
Salud.
It's very good.
Authentic.
Authentic.
That's
Yes.
what counts.
Yes.
We're always authentic at the Chubby Gourmet.
Cheers!
Now we are going to assemble our Pique Macho.
That is correct.
Let's start with the fries, right?
Yes. So
That are crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside, if I might add.
yes, that is correct. Thanks to your tips.
Sometimes I'm actually useful.
So the French fries go on the bottom, and now we pour the beef
I will pour some of the salsa.
afterwards.
See. Mira.
Y luego ponemos we put on the vegetables on top, which have been flavored, or what do you call it? Marinated, or what do you call it? With some olive oil and salt. Like that. Sorry, I'm being particular about the decoration here.
I don't know, it's starting to look authentic.
Yep. A little bit here. A little bit over here. A little bit
Make sure
over
you don't
here.
forget my favorite part.
It's coming, it's coming. Then we put the egg. And then we can add a little bit of the spicy sauce. Ready?
I'm always ready.
Are you gonna be macho for the Pique
I'm
Macho?
macho as hell. I inspired the village people.
Normally, people would add this once you serve Pique Macho on your plate. You would add it to your own plate. But we're just gonna add it here.
That's okay by me.
Okay.
Mas.
Más. Okay.
Todo.
Todo. And I would say, along with the chuflay and the Pique Macho, this is our Bolivian dish from Cochabamba.
Would you call this Bolivia's national dish though? Or it's not, it's regional more than national?
I would say it is one of the Bolivian dishes.
One of, okay.
Yeah. Right. Ready to try?
I'm always ready.
Put on a lot of spicy, yeah?
That's okay. I'm afraid I'm gonna mess up and drop things. Well, let me see how the beef is cooked. That's concerning me. Very tender, I think.
And that's how we roll in Bolivia.
Wow. I gotta say, really good.
Yeah.
Well, we're seriously enjoying our Pique Macho and our Chuflay. Very authentic. I'm saying it's authentic, but you're Bolivian, so you tell me on your authenticity scale.
And I'm telling you, this brought me home.
Wow.
It made me feel like I was at home and having our Pique Macho in Cochabamba.
In Cochabamba, that's a massive compliment.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
Super happy.
That was awesome.
And the Chuflay as well.
Oh yeah, that was definitely authentic. Well, I mean, I think it is. You know better than I.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very well done. Thank you for your input and your coaching. Because I'm not Bolivian, right? I've never even been to Bolivia. If I did this myself, it would have been a fiasco. But thanks to Andrea, everything came out beautifully.
Oh, and thank you, Chubby Gourmet, for inviting me over and, having a little bit, showcasing a little bit of my beautiful country and the
Yes, my pleasure to show off Bolivia.
Yeah, the wonderful food that we have and the wonderful things that you can see on the gastronomy of Bolivia. That there's a lot. There's a lot. We can do a lot of channels.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, we're just starting.
Yes, so
stay tuned. Andrea, I'm sure I can draft her to come back again.
Yes, I look forward to it. Thank you for the invitation.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Look forward to doing more together.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, have a nice day.
And until